Good morning, everyone. Um, I had some technical difficulty. Francois was on, and wait a second for him to re-enter. Let me message him real quick. But anyway, welcome to A Case of the Mondays. See if I can salvage this morning. Oh, here he comes.
Hello.
Okay, perfect. We're here. So this is Francois. He is the CEO of Aquarium Partners. Hey, Francois, it's been a long time. I'm so glad to get to chat with you again.
Yes.
Just a minute of ignoring the video on your side. If mine glitches out, let's just keep talking and having a good time. The theme for this show today was connecting with customers, and of course, I'm so glad to talk with you because you're one of my very first international no, and having some part of your business early on in 2022.
Yes, exactly. So it was very interesting.
I love your website. I love it. So I was curious about, geez, how you feel about connecting with your customers when you're out and prospecting
That's the
and
most
finding new clients. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about the video. I'm hoping it'll kind of smooth out as we go.
Yeah, no, connecting with the customer is the most important things. I think the going
Although I
through.
can,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
hear you.
connecting.
Everyone can hear you also. Sorry about the
You hear me?
video. But you can keep talking. You're on there. It just
Yeah. Okay.
sometimes
No, connecting with
I can
people
hear
is the
you
most
and
important
everyone
thing.
else also. So much, Whitney, for attending.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that the
Oh
customer
my
is the most
gosh. I
important
hope
thing.
this just kind of smooths out.
Yeah, your connection
So
is very
sorry.
bad today. It's okay. Oops. So I don't know what she has, but yeah, connecting with customers is the most important things. Having direct connection with the customers, knowing what they want, knowing what they can have, and spreading the words we can have the best customer service. That's the most important things. I am on the hobby side of the business, so always good to connect, talk to them, know what they want. It's a very big feeling with customers. They always feel loved, and yeah, they need the best advice. And because we work with live stream, live fish, and all these things, they have a big connection with their um, hobby. So that's what they want. Connecting customer service is the most important things, and especially here in the US, but everywhere overseas, in France, in Europe, people want to talk to the owners, they want to talk to the managers, they want to talk to everybody that's involved and make decisions. And yeah, the more you're connected with your customer, the more you know what they want, and the more you can bring what they need. And that's the most important things in the business. who are doing B2B and B2C, and the B2C is a little bit different than the B2B. So the mindset is a little bit different. So that's why we need to connect to the people. It looks like my host have some issue with his connections. She will come back. I have no idea if we are connected or not. Yeah, I need to have some pink headphone too. I have, so you can see, oops, my cat here. I'm not a cat. I am in my office. I'm doing some sleeping here sometimes. It's also the guest bathroom. We are still on. Okay, good. So I don't really, it's the first time I am in LinkedIn Zoom meeting. Happy you have people that linking. Soon Teresa will come back, but yeah, if we talk about customer service and customers, I met Teresa when we was working on the shipping from overseas, and she was always listening, try to make the best decision for the best price, and always get, oh, she come back maybe, yeah. And we do a lot of things with the dog food and aquarium things. So it was a very interesting meeting to work with Teresa. So Teresa, are you back? Not sure about it. It looks like your Monday connection is not the best. Anyway, so yeah, customer service, it's always the most important. We do European product here in the US, so sometimes the European mindset and the US mindset is not the same. So we need someone that know both sides and can connect with the customers, can talk to the customers, explain what we do and what we don't do. Sometimes the expectations are different. So that's why I'm here in the US talking about my product and the brand. I take care of it, and I take care of just European brand, so I can connect with those people in different language. So communication is key. Maybe you can do, yeah, just audio. Your connection is bad this morning, Therese. So that's maybe why. Oh, look, you have a beautiful picture. I don't know if I have an avatar. If you have some issue, we can do that tomorrow if you want to. It will be not the Monday, but the Tuesday or later on.
Right, the Tuesday morning. I'll just leave my video off because it's really about you today anyway. And
Okay.
and that will it's anyway, no, I believe that's true with domestic and international. There's definitely a mindset of being very open and hoping that you connect with something interesting and new. And I think your products, your aquariums, and the quality is pretty great. And I know I've had a bit of a chance to help you with some important clients, and obviously you know it's here in the States, having fish and aquarium life in your home or your office around you is actually really relaxing, which is you know it's a big topic that we have here. I don't know about other places. It's great you bring something that can help people with their emotions and their like self-care, and just
No,
how you own an aquarium. But
it can be, aquariums can be very stressful too for the owner, but sometimes it's just complicated because we want to be complicated. I have a lot of customers that said, oh, I cannot do that, it's too much work, it's too much maintenance. It's like doing a trip in a car and doing a race with the Formula One. If you just want to make a trip, you don't need to have a Formula One. So sometimes it's just easy as you can, and or sometimes it's just super complicated because we made it complicated. So what I'm doing is here to explain that to the customers. I have a good question about Nigel asking what the aspect of customer service and digital. So we have different websites, and digital make customer service more complicated because sometimes you don't have the direct customer in front of you and you just email or talk by uh, question and messenger, and the essence of the question sometimes is not there, and you don't get the good point. But with the digital right now, the customer service is 24/7, and can be very time consuming, and you need to be there all the time. Amazon bring a lot of every day, every time, every moment. So for a small company like us, it can be very challenging to be always on top. But that's the way. But yeah, our having an aquariums is in the US is a huge market and make $3 billion a year and something like that. And it's a very huge market. We have different kind of aquariums. You can have freshwater, saltwater, reefing. You can have just corals. You can just have CRCs or just plants. You can do it simple with just the boards and a betta or a goldfish, and it can be very interesting. In fact, I just made a 1 gallon tank in my office with just one light and one pump, and it's super easy. Make a water change every week, and it's a 1 gallon tank, so it's super easy to do. And I have nothing to do. I have nothing inside and until corals and some algae, and it's just a piece of water and moving. I just make a new one with mangrove and no fish inside, so it's not complicated. I just have some shrimp and corals, and can be super easy, super easy to maintain. Or you can do very complicated. Like I have customers that do a lot of work on it, and sometimes it's like a garden. It's like a backyard. If you want a lot of flowers, if you want a very green grass, if you want big tree, it will be a big job. Or if you have a swimming pool, you need to clean the swimming pool. So, or if you have dogs and you know what dogs mean, then it's like you need to walk them, you need to clean up the cat litter. It's nothing easy, or it's just about having, you know, time and dedication. But that's what it is. It's you need to
right.
go to it.
And I think that that's something that comes with all pet ownership. I know I have dogs, and I've kind of at different times said something like, "Oh, life, I'll just have fish," and that's the idea, is that you get something that's just around for your enjoyment, kind of thing, and that's not really the right mindset. But it's coming from a place of like any kind of pet you own, you have to love it, and you have to be willing to go the long road and take care of them and do all the work that's involved in that. You just get one and you just put it there, and then it knows how to sustain itself. So, but I think aquariums are just so interesting interesting because you can kind of capture a bit of like the sea world and a bit of something that isn't part of our everyday life here. I'm curious about what kind of fish you and how do you go about is that something that, since you brought your business to the States, is that something where you partnered with companies locally to provide the fish, or do you sometimes have to bring it elsewhere?
So my company don't do anything with livestock. When I was in Europe, I get a store and I do a lot of livestock and I provide fish and corals to my customers. But since I'm here in the US, I'm more the wholesaler and the distribution. So I don't do any livestock with my direct customers, but I work with a lot of fish store around the US. So I have customers almost in every state. So every time I have a customer and they want fish and corals or plants or with goldfish, they go to the partners I have here in the US and they go to the store and they take care of the livestock. I know some people get and doing everything, but we choose to not do the livestock. Right now I'm working with a store in Colombia as a consultant and more type of bring more growth for them and doing the website and doing the customer service, and they want to go more in the high end side of this business. So working with them, I'm touching a little bit more of the livestock. So every night and every Saturday I am in the store talking to the end user, something I did for 20 years. So it's pretty interesting to come back in the retail store and doing all these things, see what the store needs and what they need to improve to be a better store and growing their audience and growing their customers and be more powerful and more professional. So that's very interesting to work with a team. So there are 17 people working in the store. Very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know one of the things that we did when I was working with you was to meet up in person and just say hi and everything. And I wonder, are you still in person? Has your business really moved to online and you've had more traction?
Yeah, we do a lot. Yeah, my business
through
is
the
more
retail and e-commerce.
yes. So we're doing online. We're talking directly and B2B with customers when we go to shows. So last year I made a lot of shows around the US and each coast, and that's where we met a store. We do road trips, visiting stores. For 2023, I will change a little bit my strategy just because I was so long on the road, and my family suffer from me be out the house. So I need to be a little bit more in the house, and now working with this store. So it's very interesting to be online and pushing the online sales and talking to customer direct, and Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram are where we work all day long. And some people say, hey, do you have an Instagram? Yes, I have 7 accounts. So my personal account and also all the store and all the brand. And it don't make my life easier, but that's what you need to do. And you need to answer a question and you need to be there for the customers. The customers are key. So it's sometimes it's super long. And since I'm working with this new store in Colombia, nobody as local someone know me from who I am, but a lot of customers don't know who I am, and I'm just a new vendors in the store. So they make like, oh no, I don't want to talk to you because I don't know you. So it's very interesting to push them to talk to me and laughing with them, asking questions. So then they they know you know what you're talking about, and then they trust you, and you can help them, and that's what make the customer service very interesting. And you need to talk to customers, and when you have used to talk to one guys and they know your tank and they know all of these things, is very interesting. And when I was in my store in Europe, I have the same issue. Nobody want to talk with my vendors, they want to talk to me because I was there for all the time, and they trust me. But sometimes you need to trust also the vendor. Some vendors are good, some vendors are not. You will know pretty fast, and if you trust the store, just go there and trusting it. It's the same for every store. It's not just for aquarium, but it can be a shoe store, a running store. As soon as you are specialized on something, you have specific question and you have specific answer. So the customer are here, and it's very interesting to see what people want. Sometimes people just want a piece of art in the living room, and they ask for maintenance. They ask for services. So that's the best customer for a store, because you can do whatever you want. You can do the best of you, and show them the best, and they trust you and they let you go where you want. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's just a boring job, but it's not always good and bad. And job is not always fun, but you need to have 80/20.
Yes, absolutely. And I like the experience with, especially with aquariums. And you're right, it can be a beautiful addition to your like home decor, and just creating the feel. So Nigel has a question. Has mostly locally caught flora and I hope I say this right, fauna in it, and it sounds like they've been supplying small critters to add to it. Oh, he doesn't have a question. I'm sorry, it's a comment more. Watching the marine life existing and interacting. That sounds really beautiful. I mean, and I'm sure that there's like different setups that you can add to kind of create a happy living space for the fish and the other types of aquarium life.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Sometimes we have customers that go in the store and they just came in, and I remember
I
when I
started
was
to read it as a question. That was a compliment.
yeah, no, I see the question. But what I'm saying is sometimes the people don't have any aquariums. They go in an aquarium store just to show the kids. And sometimes you can have an aquarium for $1,000,
Yeah.
and you can have a beautiful piece of art in your living room or in the bedroom. I don't like having a tank in the bedroom because sometimes it can make some noise. But it's not noisy, but it's more like waterfall all the day, and you sometimes it's good to have all this water noisy in the rooms, and can be very relaxing, and you have all these things. So an aquarium cannot be always a pain. It's always make it simple. It will be easy to maintain, and it's less complicated than a dog. Trust me, a dog or a cat is more work than just an aquarium, and I have both. So I know cats is more it's more jobs than an aquarium. And if you do the aquarium in the
Yeah.
right way, yeah, it work without you. You can go holidays, you can go on a long weekend with having no issue.
Right. No, I believe that.
And having a dog is more
So
having a
I was.
small. Go ahead.
Oh, without a doubt. So, sorry, I was just making sure I wasn't talking over you. Absolutely. I have just 2 dogs, and there's just a lot of you have to take care of them every day. There's no they're not like cats where they go away for a little while and then come back for you, and you definitely can't walk away from them too much. But I do like the idea of the aquarium being kind of an atmosphere and personalized, and something that can bring a bit of calm in your environment. I definitely have spoken to you. I did speak to you one time about
Having a small aquariums, yeah.
the little like 1 gallon aquarium to have in the office space. So I ended up kind of focusing on moving, and that delayed it a bit. But I love that I know you, and I know exactly where to go when I do finally make that commitment.
Yeah, no, but having a small aquarium, sometimes it's more complicated than having an average or medium aquarium. So Nigel, I have a question. What's the reason you went in the USA with your business? So Nigel, in fact, the customer service was the big reason I came in the US. My brand and the brand I represent in the US are in the US since maybe 15 years, maybe 20, yeah, 10 to 15 years for both of them. And some are brand new, but um, all this brand was there before me. And because the mindset between European and American mindset on the customer service was complicated. We made the first company here in 2005. We did a good job for like 10 years, but the guy in charge of the company spent more money than we make it. So we decided to change and close the company and go with a distribution center. But the guy don't know anything about the brand, and we go from $5 million a year to $250,000 a year. So it's a big drop. And my company asking who want to go there, and I was young enough to say, "Hey, let's move on." And the only people that know perfectly the brand and know perfectly the customer service and know how to talk to end user and wholesaler was me. So when they asked me if I want to go, and I say, "Hey, let's do it." So I came here in 2015, try to see I didn't know anything about US because I was not in charge. I was in charge of the European business. So, and I didn't talk super good English at this time. So I came here to make a big show, see if the problem come from the distribution, if the problem come from us or from the brand. So I thought the brand was strong enough to come back in the market. So again, I came here, and the customer service was one of the problem. Distribution was a problem. So it was a 30% and everywhere. So I came here, tried to fix the customer service. For the first year, I get a lot of trouble because nobody was there for so long. So they find someone to talk to. So for the first year, I just fixed everyone and fixed the problem on everyone, and then bring the product back on the shelf. And then I figured out the problem was not just the customers, but also us as providing and having the product on the shelf. And then I find out different small European companies I want to be in the US. So I talked to them. Some was friend of mine, and some was new. So we just pushed them too. And so now I have 6 different brands. I pushed here. I tried to do the dog food too because I was in contact with all these people. But dog food is another business. So I failed on this one. So, but sometimes we need to try, and we need to see if we can do that. And I failed. But so it was not the customer service, but the business was complicated, and I was not really into it. So that don't work, but okay. And then as an European, I know the mindset, and it's very easy to translate what the brand want to say and what the American want to learn and heard. So it was easier for me to talk to both sides and make a bridge from Europe and US. So I bring some US product in Europe and I bring some European product in the US. So I make a bridge between the both continent, and that's why I'm here, and I stay here, and I pretty like it, and I want to stay here now if I can.
Right. No, I hope that I hope you stay as well, Francois. So you definitely bring something unique and and good for Americans. So I
Thank you.
appreciate that you came and that you're making your way, and it's good for you.
Yes,
So
yes, yes. No, family is
what
complicated, but yeah.
some of the things that you found. But family is such an important part of what it's a huge deal. I for a while I spent some time doing work that was a little separate from a lot of my family members, and my boys were kind of wanting to do the things they wanted to do. And I think after 2020, 2021, everyone kind of had a little more of a heart to heart about staying connected as a family and being more aligned, and that's kind of, it's such an important piece of success. And I always say family first. And I think
Yes.
that is something that helps as well when you're dealing with connecting to customers. People want to work with good people, and that they, like you said, that they know and they trust, and feel that makes them feel good to do business. So I think that's it and any kind of business venture, it takes toll on your professional life, and that's always kind of the work that we put in to balance that. But it's amazing when you have wonderful family members like your own that are behind you and are kind of backing you in your success. So I think it's beautiful that your whole family came to America.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Nigel. Yeah, the US. I will not say the US have a better much customer service than Europe. I think the customer service in Europe and in the US are just a little bit different. It's not better, or it's just different. The expectation is a little bit different. I will say now Europe asking a lot, but because the European will spend less money, maybe the customer service can be a little bit different. We ask for something on the customer service afterward a lot, and between in the US is more the customer service before sales, and in Europe is more after sales. So it's kind of a little bit different, but I will say in the US customer service is the number one things to fix if you are not good at it, more than the product. And in Europe, the product is first, and then the customer service follow with that. And that's why all my brands are going good or not. That's the big difference. Oh, we lose the race again. So yeah, customer service is kind of the most important things here in the US. So you need to be connected with your customers. You need to be connected to the people. You need to connect it your brand. Sometimes marketing is the most important things, because I always say in the store some different and competitions selling more products than mine, and the product is not better, and sometimes more expensive, but just the people don't know about it. So customer service and marketing are the best, and the more complicating things to make happen. Uh, you need to have a lot of money. You need to spend a lot of money to make money. Yeah, it's fascinating. It is two different world, and it's very interesting to know both side. Um, Sometimes it's very complicated. My wife said, "Hey, you work too much. You need to shut down few of the company you have and focusing on different things." And like Therese said, family first. And right now, I'm running on the big issue with the family and wife wanting more different things. So sometimes I slap on the bed here. So, yep. Focusing on the family is the first things I need to do right now. And that's what I want to do. So, I'm enjoying this call and I'm enjoying these things. I don't know if Therese is coming back or not. If she's not coming back, I will say thank you for letting me doing the thing with you, and thank you for the question. Hope everybody enjoying these sessions, and I will be back again when Teresa will ask me to come back. I hope next time we have a better connection and we can do a better one-on-one question and things. Thank you for letting me in, and thank you for the people. Follow me on Francois Neo and in LinkedIn, and you can follow me on every social media if you want to. If you want to know more about my company, Aquarium Partner and fishybusinesssc.com. That's where we working right now. So we have 1 and 2 here, and I will enjoy to connect with all these people in LinkedIn, and you can find me on Aquarium Partners and Francois Neo. I enjoy you. Good day and see you soon. And enjoy your week. It will be an amazing week. It's Monday. Let's work and let's make it a good day. Enjoy, everybody, and see you as soon as possible. Bye.
Hey everyone, I'm gonna with Francois Nollet. He's just an awesome acquaintance of mine. We worked together in the past, and I think his business is amazing. So can't wait